If you don't think America faces an unraveling at her seams, think again. We've got some really crazy, misguided, and totally nuts college students parading across America against America. They are threatening Jews with death. They are killing themselves with drugs. They are shoplifting this country into bankruptcy. They are marching at college campuses in favor of Hamas's killing of Jews. They demand our institutions to lower academic standards because math is racist. The President and Congress have allowed over 8 million illegal aliens, along with terrorists, to enter our country in the past 34 months. The President of our country really doesn't know what day of the week it is, and because of his dementia, he cannot pass a mental competency test to save his life. Instead, he's killing America. Or, at least his wife and/or his handlers are killing our country. As reported by NBC's anchor Lester Holt last night, Miami's Jewish old ladies are taking pistol practice at a gun range because they saw many signs saying, "Free Gaza, kill all Jews." The gun range owner said that his business has jumped 100% because of U.S. college campuses demonstrating in favor of Hamas's killing of 1,400 Jewish women and children on October 7, 2023. Even Jewish U.S. Senator Jackie Rosen from Nevada suffered a death threat from an American Hamas supporter for being Jewish. Meanwhile, Jewish students at Cornell University are fearful of the thousands marching in support of killing Jews. One bold student of Asian background, Patrick Dye, threatened to kill male Jews and rape female Jews. He's now in custody, but what on earth allowed him to blast his threats all over social media? Is he crazy, or are college campuses producing crazy people? The FBI won't chase down Islamic terrorists at our southern border, but they call our own citizens at school board meetings internal terrorists, because those parents don't want their kids to be taught about sexual perversions in the first, second, and third grades. Then, you find out that the FBI, which is supposed to be non-political, did everything in its power to foment the Trump-Russia collusion hoax for 3 solid years until it was proven to be fraudulent by whistleblowers within the FBI. We've got Black Lives Matter burning, looting and killing across our major cities, but no one faces arrest or a courtroom. We have Islamic training camps in America, but Americans are called terrorists if we disagree with Joe Biden. The national debt just passed $33 trillion. But Joe Biden wants to give $70 billion to Ukraine, while all of Europe contributes nothing to save one of their own countries. One look at the 10,000 Muslims marching in London over the weekend in favor of the slaughter of women and babies in Israel shows you what mass immigration out of the Middle East does to Western countries. The same Muslims marched in Paris. They marched in favor of killing Jews in most major German cities like Stuttgart, Munich, Berlin, and more. Who in the hell thought it was a good idea to import the most violent religion on the planet into Western civil societies? Do you understand that Islam instigates the most tribal, barbaric aspect of human nature? How could those Hamas terrorists kill all those Jews with such brutality? How could they burn them alive in their own houses? Answer: it's commanded by their Quran. Cut off their fingers, cut off their hands, cut off their heads to honor Allah. And now, we've got 4 million of these savages in the USA. They will remain peaceful only as long as our numbers outnumber their numbers. But they still practice barbaric Sharia law within America. How stupid is it to pretend to be solving catastrophic climate destabilization with electric cars and banning gas stoves along with leaf blowers when Dementia Joe just added no less than 10 million legal and illegal immigrants to America in the past 34 months? Every single one of those refugees will burn more gasoline, more heating oil, more propane gas, more electricity, and more energy of every kind to maintain themselves. And now my 2 U.S. senators want to bring in more Muslim refugees from Palestine. What are they using for brains and common sense? Do we not have enough racial and religious conflict in America without piling on more of what's causing our societal conflict? Now we've got an Alaska airline pilot threatening to shoot the captain of the plane with over 100 passengers on board. He consumed some mushrooms 2 days earlier. Doesn't that show you we've got endless crazy people on drugs, mushrooms, pot, fentanyl, and other deadly substances? Does anybody think it's wonderful that so many kids are driving while stoned out of their minds? What about the millions of people texting while driving? Journalist Mandy Slight wrote. Although 48 states have texting and driving laws in place, many American drivers still take part in this dangerous practice daily. When driving during the day, there are an estimated 354,415 drivers holding a phone to their ear, and even more using it while driving, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In 2020, the CDC estimated that around 3,000 people die annually from texting and driving and other distracted driving practices. How would you like to lose your life to one of those mental morons texting and driving at 70 miles per hour? Or, how about the 14 million drunks on our highways that kill up to 20,000 Americans annually? With all this craziness, lawlessness, and outright insanity, how do we expect to hold America together? How do we expect to remain a cohesive society? How do we expect to continue as a viable economic system? How do we expect to solve our incredible and incompatible religious divisions? And what about our racial divisions? Do you have any solutions? Or are we in so much trouble that there are no solutions?